gentlemen, buckle up, because the internet just pulled a stunt so wild it makes the Kardashians look like they're running a daycare. Forget quiet political chatter. Forget boring debates. This is about Charlie Kirk, a man who's suddenly smack dab in the middle of assassination rumors so outrageous, Twitter didn't know whether to panic, laugh, or start a meme war. And when 50 Cent, Dave Chappelle, and Katt Williams jumped into the mix, oh baby, it turned into a digital Royal Rumble. Picture it. A political commentator who thrives on controversy, suddenly trending not because of a speech, but because people are whispering assassination like it's the new iPhone drop. The internet doesn't just react, it combusts. Memes fly faster than Elon Musk tweets. Conspiracy threads unravel like a Marvel multiverse theory. And then here come the celebrities, dropping nuclear-level commentary that makes cable news look like preschool story hour. This isn't just drama, it's internet history in the making. And trust me, once you hear how 50 Chappelle and Katt turned this scandal into a viral circus, you'll realize even Netflix couldn't script this madness. Welcome to the meltdown, the mayhem, and the memes, because this is the Charlie Kirk chaos you weren't ready for. So, let's rewind the internet clock to the exact moment chaos began brewing. Charlie Kirk, the firebrand political commentator who thrives on outrage the way Cardi B thrives on a microphone, suddenly found his name plastered across timelines with the word assassination attached to it. Now let's be clear, nobody's saying shots were fired. But the rumor mill? Oh, it was spinning harder than Beyoncé's Renaissance tour ticket queue. It started with a whisper, a leaked screenshot, a post that looked just blurry enough to be suspicious but just spicy enough to feel believable. Some anonymous account with 3 followers and a profile pic of an eagle in sunglasses dropped what they claimed was an insider leak about a potential plot against Kirk. Boom. That was all it took. The internet didn't fact-check, it didn't pause, it didn't breathe. It did what it always does. It turned up the volume to 100 and pressed play on the drama. By the end of the hour, hashtags like Kirk hit job and our assassination leaks were trending worldwide. Suddenly, everyone from MAGA loyalists to TikTok teens who couldn't care less about politics were watching Kirk's name shoot into the stratosphere like a SpaceX rocket. One user tweeted, "This is like House of Cards meets Jerry Springer." Another quipped, "So who's playing Charlie Kirk in the Netflix docuseries?" My vote's Jonah Hill, but here's where it went nuclear. Celebrity eyes locked in. And nothing inflates an online circus quite like a celebrity reaction. First came the memes, but then came the heavy hitters. 50 Cent, Dave Chappelle, and Katt Williams, the internet's holy trinity of saying exactly what everyone's thinking, but in a way that could make your grandma spit her tea out. But hold on. Before we get to their reactions, let's paint this picture properly. Charlie Kirk has always been a magnet for controversy. His speeches go viral not because they're groundbreaking, but because people can't stop arguing about them. He's like pineapple on pizza. Half the internet swears he's a national treasure. The other half insists he ruins everything. So when someone whispered the word assassination, the narrative wasn't just about safety, it was about schadenfreude. People didn't know whether to clutch their pearls, grab their popcorn, or refresh Twitter every 3 seconds. The first wave of reactions was pure chaos. Conspiracy theorists dove in like it was Shark Week. YouTubers made 20-minute videos dissecting a single screenshot. Reddit threads multiplied faster than Nick Cannon's kids, each one wilder than the last. One post read, "The Illuminati wants him gone. This is step 3 in the Great Reset." Another simply said, "Bro probably just stubbed his toe and now Twitter thinks it's an assassination attempt." And here's the kicker. Charlie himself stayed silent. That's when the frenzy doubled. Because in the internet age, silence is blood in the water. His lack of response turned the rumor from maybe fake to definitely juicy. People were refreshing his accounts like it was Black Friday at Best Buy. Nothing. No denial. No confirmation. Just eerie silence. Meanwhile, on TikTok, teenagers were making darkly comedic skits about Kirk's assassination with trending audio from Drake and Kanye. One viral video had 3 million views in 24 hours. It showed a montage of dramatic movie clips with the caption, "Charlie Kirk logging on to Twitter after one nap." Pure chaos. But then came the celebrity detonations, and the internet went from wild to apocalyptic. 50 Cent, never one to keep his mouth shut, posted a screenshot of the rumor with the caption, "Man, they out here plotting on everybody." Even Charlie, SMH, G-Unit security don't play though. Hit my line. Within minutes, the post had 250,000 likes and the meme machines were in overdrive. Fans were editing Kirk's face into in-Da Club music videos, while others joked 50 was about to sign him as the newest G-Unit recruit. Dave Chappelle took a different route. During a late-night set that was, of course, secretly recorded by some audience member, he cracked, "Charlie Kirk? An assassination plot? Man, this country's gotten so weird. Even the assassins don't know who to go after anymore. Like, bro, you got Beyoncé out here walking around and you worried about Charlie Kirk?" The clip hit Twitter and Instagram instantly, spreading faster than gossip at a family barbecue. People were quoting it everywhere. "Even the assassins don't know who to go after anymore," became the catchphrase of the week. And then, because the internet needed just one more nuclear warhead, Katt Williams slid into the chat. On his podcast, between a rant about aliens and the government hiding the cure for baldness, he suddenly lit up about Kirk. "Listen, if Charlie Kirk got a hit out on him, I need to know who's taking applications because these assassins clearly got the wrong address. Somebody needs to redirect them to the folks really ruining the country." I'm not saying names, but y'all know. Boom. Mic drop. The internet lost its collective mind. From there, the story snowballed into something bigger than anyone expected. Suddenly, this wasn't just a rumor, it was a viral spectacle. Memes, hot takes, think pieces, celebrity reactions. It became the digital version of the Hunger Games, and everyone had a front row seat. But what made this truly legendary wasn't just the drama, it was the tone. The internet wasn't scared. It wasn't even particularly concerned. It was entertained. The same way people binge true crime documentaries, they were refreshing their feeds for the next Kirk update. This wasn't politics anymore. This was premium reality TV, except nobody was quite sure who was directing it. And as the dust settled from the first wave of chaos, one thing became clear. Whether the rumor was true, fake, or some bizarre blend of both, it had already done its job. Charlie Kirk had officially become the main character of the internet. And as anyone who's been the main character online knows, that's both a crown and a curse. If the first wave of chaos was shocking, what came next was internet warfare at its absolute peak. By this point, the Charlie Kirk assassination rumor wasn't just a trending topic. It was a cultural earthquake, shaking every corner of social media like an aftershock that refused to stop. Memes weren't trickling in anymore. They were flooding like a busted dam. One viral clip had Kirk's face slapped onto Tupac's hologram at Coachella, captioned, "Charlie back from the dead like..." Another showed him photoshopped into a Game of Thrones throne room, with the words, "The assassination that was promised." TikTok kids were reenacting fake breaking news reports in their bedrooms. Some even holding hairbrushes as microphones, screaming, "We go live to Washington where Charlie Kirk has allegedly survived the wildest rumor in political history." And while the memes were hitting Mach 10, the celebrities doubled down. 50 Cent, the undisputed king of trolling, turned Kirk into a personal mixtape cover. He edited Charlie's head onto "Get Rich or Die Tryin' and posted it with the caption, "Get clout or die tryin'." That one post alone made TMZ, Shade Room, and even ESPN's meme account. It was merciless, it was ridiculous, and it was perfect. Dave Chappelle? He had the internet wheezing. Another secret clip from one of his shows dropped, and in it he joked, "Man, Netflix is probably already casting actors for the Charlie Kirk assassination documentary. They'll call it making a meme." The crowd roared, the internet clipped it, and overnight, making a meme was trending as if it were a real series. But the chaos crown went to Katt Williams, who went on a podcast and dropped what might be the most legendary rant of 2025. Listen, if Charlie Kirk is really on somebody's hit list, then where's the paperwork? Where's the Home Depot receipt for duct tape and extension cords? Y'all out here tossing assassination rumors around like Skittles? And I don't even got health insurance. Twitter replayed that one line 1,000,000 times. TikTok kids made edits with the Skittles rainbow flying across the screen. Katt wasn't just adding fuel. He was dumping gasoline, fireworks, and a match all at once. Even mainstream media tried to step in and calm the storm. CNN, Fox, MSNBC, they all rushed out serious-faced anchors declaring there was no evidence of any assassination plot against Charlie Kirk. But instead of calming people down, it did the opposite. Because the golden rule of the internet is simple. The second official sources deny a rumor, the rumor feels 10 times more real. Cue the conspiracy theories exploding like popcorn in the microwave. Reddit threads were now going nuclear. One claimed, "This is Deep State Step 5 of Project Pineapple." Another said, "Don't you see? This is the distraction." While we're laughing at Charlie Kirk, the real plan is happening elsewhere. One simply posted, "The Kirk rumor is proof we're living in a simulation. Change my mind." It had 20,000 upvotes. Twitter, or X if you're Elon's one remaining fan, was beyond saving. Hashtags were trending so fast you couldn't even keep up. Chur Kirkgate, Charlie hit different, Sharp assassin talk. Somebody even made a fake event on Facebook titled Charlie Kirk Assassination After Party BYOB. Thousands RSVP'd. That's how far gone the timeline was. And because the internet can't resist, late-night hosts jumped in too. Jimmy Kimmel quipped, "Charlie Kirk trending for assassination rumors is like Nickelback trending for a Grammy nomination. Nobody saw it coming, and everybody's confused." Stephen Colbert added, "Don't worry, America. Charlie Kirk is safe." Unfortunately, Twitter's collective IQ is not. Their audiences laughed. Clips went viral, and suddenly the rumor was mainstream comedy gold. But here's the kicker. The longer Kirk stayed silent, the worse it got. His silence wasn't just mysterious. It was haunting. Social media thrives on drama, and the absence of a response only made the rumor mutate. People were now debating 3 theories. He was ignoring it because it was nonsense. He was hiding because there was some truth to it. Or the wildest theory, he was in on it, letting the rumor run wild to boost his own clout. And honestly, that last one had traction. Commenters were joking. Charlie's PR team really outdid themselves with this one. Another wrote, "This is the best career move since Kris Jenner leaked the tape." Harsh, brutal, but undeniably on brand for the internet. At this point, the rumor had outgrown Charlie Kirk himself. He wasn't just a political commentator anymore. He had become a meme character, a pop culture symbol, a storyline bigger than his actual career. And the wildest part? The internet didn't even seem to care whether it was true or false. Because in 2025, truth isn't what keeps the drama alive. Virality is the aftermath of the Charlie Kirk assassination rumor frenzy was like watching a digital earthquake leave permanent cracks in the internet's foundation. By now, it wasn't just a trending topic. It was a cultural carnival, complete with clowns, fire breathers, and jugglers tossing conspiracy theories into the crowd. The smoke had cleared, but the fallout? Oh, that was just getting started. First off, Kirk himself had gone from controversial commentator to unwilling reality TV star. His silence had reached mythical proportions. For days, people joked that he had entered the witness protection program, hiding out in a Motel 6 with Wi-Fi so he could still scroll through memes about himself. Others swore he was intentionally staying quiet because he knew silence creates oxygen for the wildfire. One viral post summed it up best. Charlie Kirk's silence is the best PR move since Beyoncé dropped an album with no promo. Savage, but not wrong. The meme economy that had bloomed out of the chaos was unstoppable. Even weeks later, jokes about the assassination rumor were still being recycled. Halloween costumes appeared early. People were dressing up as Charlie Kirk in bulletproof vests holding microphones. Etsy sellers were making t-shirts that read, "I survived Charlie Kirk's assassination rumor." TikTok creators were writing parody songs with hooks like, "They tried to take Kirk, but Twitter made it work." It wasn't just a scandal anymore. It was merch. Meanwhile, celebrities who had already chimed in were doubling down on their brand of mockery. 50 Cent, always ready to cash in, teased a fake docu-series on his Instagram called Surviving Charlie Kirk. The promo poster? A moody black and white picture of Kirk's face with red Target symbols layered over it. It looked so real, people thought Starz was actually producing it. Fans begged for a release date. Dave Chappelle, never one to leave good material on the table, turned the saga into a running joke in his stand-up sets. Charlie Kirk's assassination rumor was so viral, I thought I'd wake up and find out TikTok was teaching kids how to fake their own assassination for clout. By next year, teenagers gonna be like, "Did you even go viral if nobody tried to assassinate you online?" The clip went everywhere, proving once again that when Chappelle points out the absurdity, the internet listens. And Katt Williams? Oh, he was crowned the king of this circus. His rant about assassins shopping at Home Depot had entered meme immortality. But Katt wasn't done. He later followed up with another gem on his podcast. Look, Charlie Kirk should be thanking these rumors. Ain't nobody Googled his name this much since he wore that big head at a Turning Point rally. They gave him the Beyoncé treatment without the talent. That clip had half the internet crying with laughter, and the other half angrily writing think pieces. But beyond the jokes, the aftermath showed just how warped the culture of scandal had become. Kirk's reputation wasn't destroyed, it was mutated. For his supporters, the rumor turned him into a martyr. They're scared of him, that's why the rumors exist, became a rallying cry across right-wing corners of the web. For his critics, it was open season. They painted him as the internet's ultimate meme fodder, someone so divisive that even a fake assassination plot could go viral faster than his actual speeches. The mainstream media, desperate to regain control, kept issuing clarifications. Panels of experts sat under bright studio lights dissecting the absurdity. But nobody cared. Because in the aftermath, it wasn't about what was true or false. It was about the spectacle. CNN could scream false 1,000 times, but one TikTok edit with Charlie Kirk's face photoshopped onto Scarface yelling, "Say hello to my little rumor," could undo all that journalism in seconds. Even politicians got sucked deeper into the vortex. Some conservative figures tried spinning the rumor as evidence of a war on voices like Kirk. Others mocked it publicly, saying if Charlie Kirk can survive Twitter rumors, maybe he can survive an actual debate. The division wasn't just ideological, it was mimetic. Entire factions of people were defined not by policy, but by which assassination meme they reposted. And then came the ultimate irony. Kirk's silence eventually broke, but not in the way anyone expected. After 2 weeks of being the internet's punching bag, he finally tweeted. It wasn't a statement, it wasn't a denial, it wasn't even a long thread. It was just one word. Lol. That's it. 3 letters. And the internet detonated all over again. That single lol was enough to set off another tsunami of reactions. Supporters hailed it as legendary restraint. Critics called it the weakest response in history. Memes sprouted immediately. Screenshots of the LOL printed on gravestones, edited into historical documents, plastered onto Times Square billboards. TikTokers were using the LOL as audio to soundtrack clips of chaotic situations. Kirk had finally spoken, and by saying almost nothing, he managed to reignite the wildfire. The consequences stretched far beyond Kirk himself. This saga proved once again that in the age of the internet, rumors don't need facts. They just need vibes. It showed how a blurry screenshot and a few celebrity reactions can spiral into a full-blown cultural event. It made clear that clout is the real currency of the 21st century. And Charlie Kirk, whether he wanted it or not, had been handed a viral jackpot. But maybe the most chilling part? The aftermath left everyone wondering who would be next. If Charlie Kirk could become the internet's assassination rumor plaything, then no public figure was safe. Which celebrity, politician, or influencer would wake up tomorrow to find their face slapped onto John Wick posters with trending hashtags about their plot? The culture had spoken. Truth is optional, virality is king, and memes are forever. And as the smoke settled, one thing was obvious. The rumor had reshaped Charlie Kirk's legacy in real time. Whether you loved him, hated him, or had never even heard of him before, you now knew his name. And in the internet age, relevance is the only kind of survival that matters. And there you have it, fam. The wildest, dumbest, most meme-worthy rumor meltdown of the year. Charlie Kirk didn't need a Netflix deal, a book tour, or even a scandal of his own making. Nope. The internet gifted him one on a silver platter, turned him into a hashtag, and now his assassination saga will live in the archives of digital stupidity forever. But before you click away to watch another conspiracy TikTok about lizard people, here's the deal. If you vibed with this ride through chaos, smash that like button like you're the assassin Twitter thought existed. Drop a comment below. Was this the funniest internet meltdown you've seen, or are we just scratching the surface of the clownery? I want to know what you think because y'all always bring the best takes. And hey, don't just lurk, subscribe. Seriously, hit that red button like it owes you money, because around here, we don't just spill the tea. We set the whole kettle on fire and let the memes roast marshmallows in the flames. New uploads every week, hotter takes than Katt Williams on a caffeine bender, and receipts so sharp they'll cut through your For You page. Turn on notifications too, because trust me, the next internet circus is already loading, and you don't want to be late to the roast. Whether it's rappers beefing, reality stars collapsing in public, or political chaos that makes you wonder if we're all extras in a bad sitcom, we'll be here to break it down, laugh about it, and drag everyone equally. This is your one-stop shop for scandal, sarcasm, and stories the mainstream is too boring to tell. You've been watching Fame Flaws, where clout gets exposed, fame gets roasted, and every rumor becomes entertainment history. Stay messy, stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next meltdown.